Hi all, welcome to my new little vlog here. Right, I'm just going to continue on making these beautiful tweed trousers for a client of mine. I've already made the jacket and the waistcoat, which you've probably seen on an earlier segment of mine. So anyway, we always line our trousers in the bespoke world. We never ever, well, I'm sure there might be sometimes that don't, but usually we line our trousers, and it's usually for longevity of the fabric because there's no friction, the cloth against your skin, because the lining will be against your skin, so it's more comfortable as well. And also it's for ease of you putting on your trousers up and down, putting them on, it'll be easier for you to put your trousers on. So that's why we use lining, and we use good quality lining. This is a beautiful satin lining, and it's like a chocolate brown lining, and there we have it. So there's our selvage here. So we always use our selvage on the hem. That's the knee. So there's on my knee, it's already marked. You can see these thread marks here, and we just go a few inches past there, and we finish it. We don't need to do anything to the edge because we use a selvage edge. You can see. So the selvage of the line is the bottom. You can see there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly trim around some of this. It'll be trimmed afterwards, but I'm just going to trim around this a little bit now. It'll be trimmed. Sometimes we'll trim it on the overlocker because it's going to be overlocked after, or they'll trim it now. And it's a daisy. So just get rid of some of that excess there. It's fine now. Okay, it's fine here. As I said, we trimmed off after anyway. So basically, got a pin in there. I nearly cut into my pin. Just be careful if you're pinning things and you cut in with your scissors. You don't want to ruin your scissors, your blades. Okay. So what we do now, I'm going to briefly show you what I do here. If I can find my needle, 1 second, everyone. So what I'm going to do, we need to put a bit of ease in this line because we do not want the lining to be tight and it'll pull the trousers fronts. We do not want that at all. Okay, very, very important. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to what we put holding stitches in, and what I do, I push my fabric forward or down, which direction I'm going in, and that creates a little bit of pocket of ease in the actual lining itself. One of the tricks of the trade we do in the bespoke world. See, now the fly front doesn't need any ease, so I'm not going to put any ease in there. Keep that flat. So I'm just going to keep that flat. It's only just as I'm going around here down now, I'm starting to put a little bit of ease in there. So I'll just push that fabric, you can see, and that will create a little bit of ease in the lining, which I'll show you in a minute. Just push that down, you can see what I'm doing. You don't need short, there can be long stitches, it doesn't really matter. They're just holding stitches. You can see I'm just pushing, not too much, you don't want to go crazy with having too much ease in, only the fraction. So, put a bit of, you can see I'm just pushing that fabric forward, and that will create a little pocket of ease in the lining itself. Now, sometimes we'll just use the pins as well. They'll go halfway, and they'll so you can pin some of it, put a bit of ease and just pin as well. So I'm just going to just do that. So you can use a combination of pins and basting it down as well. So we just get this here now. 1 second. Okay, so now I'll just go on the other side now. Not too far from the edge because you've got to overlock it. It's going to be overlocked. Remember, so I'm just pushing that down a little bit, the fabric. Only a little bit, only a fraction. You don't want the stitches tight, so just put that a little bit down. See? Just a little bit. And this just ensures the lining will not be tight, because you do not want the lining to be tight because it will pull the trousers, and that's what you do not want. That you always going to have some ease in, and it's what we do in jackets and as well. We put ease and waistcoats, and we put ease in the facings. We never have any tightness at all. You'll see what I do when I'm making up the jackets and waistcoats. I think I've actually did say about the facings. I've got to have ease in on my waistcoats. You may have seen that. So as I said, sometimes halfway down I'll just pin it. I'll just basted it all the way down. Doesn't really matter. And there we have it. That's all in. Now that's fine. Just put that in my waistcoat there. So if I just turn this over now, you can see there's some ease in there. Let me just, you'll be able to see it clearly if I trim all this excess off now. I'm going to trim all this excess lining off now, because the overlocker will take that off. So you don't need to trim off and let the overlocker trim it all off, but I just trim it now. So, but you'll get the idea what I'm trying to do. Okay, so if I just go to the other side, you'll see now there's ease in there. Can you see? There's ease in here. It's not tight. There could have been a fraction more bit of ease. You can see, but it's not tight. That's what we need. A little bit of ease, not too much, just so that ensures now the trousers will not be tight. The lining will not pull it. So there we have it, everyone. So hopefully you've learnt a trick or two along the way, and we'll get to the next stage. I'm gonna make these up for a first fitting. I will see you soon as I make this beautiful pair of bespoke trousers up. So hopefully I will see you very soon on my next little outing, making up these beautiful tweed trousers the bespoke way. Ciao for now.